Turn me up just a little bit. Yeah, it's that man Space 5. Step in the zone, microphone check. Russ and Les got the real intellect. Talk smooth like jazz on a late night set. With a convo deep and the topics connect. From the struggles to the wins, they address it with grace. Drop lines so cool, you can feel the bass. Two kings of the craft, and you know the rest. Kick back, pour a drink, welcome to the space. You go chillin' with Russ and Les. You go chillin' with Russ and Les. You go chillin' with Russ and Les. Hang out, cause now you vibing with nothing but the best. Forever.
Welcome into another edition of the Man Space Podcast. And this is the voice of Russ. And with me, as always, who is going to channel his inner Mike Tyson, if there's another recall, the one and only Big Les.
What's up? What's happening? hey, they take my lettuce again. I'm gonna have a real problem. I'm gonna have to go see somebody. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Man. Good gosh, man. Every day is something.
Every day, man.
Lettuce,
Every day.
Bacon.
How do you recall
eggs.
lettuce? I know the eggs, okay, right?
Right.
Ebola, E. coli, all that other stuff.
When they first said the eggs, I was like, oh, it's only in Texas. Next thing you know, it's through the Southeast. I'm like, come on.
Right.
Y'all. And I just bought some too.
And then bacon, bro,
Right.
you killing me, man. That's a staple. I eat bacon with everything. Burgers,
Blueberries.
chickens. I mean, come on, man.
Blueberries
Come
got
on,
recalled.
man.
Strawberries got recalled. I was hurt, man.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you what though. This is a learning lesson.
Yeah.
This is a learning lesson to everyone out here in the world. Learn how to grow your own food.
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of growing, how is your garden?
It is there. I have the most deformed cucumbers I've ever seen in my life.
I think a lot of people are having that same issue. Mine have not been that good this year.
Bro,
I've got a huge harvest, but they're not good.
I'm bucket growing. Growing, right?
Yes.
I've never seen a cucumber look like Papa Smurf. I mean, literally. It's just not blue.
Curve in it.
The whole curve in it, everything. I mean, these dudes out there are really acting up.
Yeah.
You know? And then I thought I got the normal cucumbers. I obviously got pickling cucumbers.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Because they're short and fat, kind of like me.
Right.
You know, and I told my wife that. I was like, listen, you can't do nothing but love these cucumbers. It's short and fat like me. I mean, come on. You know?
Well, I can't. Oh, goodness. Okay.
I got some rest, so I'm full of energy right now. Yeah.
Les,
Yeah.
you were, I think it's safe to say that you were a fan of the Cosby Show.
Yes. Yeah.
I think
watched the
we've
Cosby
talked
Show.
about our interest in that show before.
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes of that show was when Theo was diagnosed with dyslexia.
Yeah. Yeah, it was traumatic.
Remember?
Yeah.
You know, so him going through the whole process of being, dealing with it, being a little bit ridiculed, and then kind of learning how to manage it, right?
Yes.
And then, as he got older and he became kind of like a advisor, teacher, counselor a little bit, he had to help a student actually had. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
I remember telling my sister, I told my sister, my mom, that I think that I'm dyslexic. And my sister laughed at me just just called me everything in the book. Like
Slow, lazy. Yeah.
right. She called me everything short of a yellow bus rider. Yeah.
Oh man, I knew you were picked on. I knew you were bullied
Yes,
at home.
I was bullied at home.
I know it. I know.
But Man Space Nation, I got to ask this question to the Man Space Nation, right? You know, what if you were told that there was something not right with you?
Yeah.
Like you didn't learn the way everybody else learned. I don't know how. Well, yeah, I know how I would handle it because I got bullied at home, you know, trying to deal with that. But for the rest of you guys, you know, buckle up because our guest today was told that in the first grade that something was actually wrong with him. You know, he had to face dyslexia. I can't even read it.
Dyslexia. See, I can't say it now since you messed it up.
Dang it. I'm going to screw it up his name. Dyslexia.
There you go. All right, we're there.
All right. And for years, he hid it, he faked it, and he perfected trying to outrun it. But somewhere along the way, he got tired of running and decided to lead it instead. Today, he's a high performance coach, turning self-doubt into confidence, overthinking into clarity, and stuck into momentum. Guys, get ready because this guy has a great story to tell. And I want you all in the Man Space Nation to buckle up and be ready for Coach Willie Blake.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up?
What's up?
Hey. Coach, how are you, sir?
Doing just dandy, right? Doing better than sometimes I think I deserve, but it's been a good day.
Hey, man, that's all you can ask for, right?
Yeah,
That's
you know,
right.
it's a good day. It's a good day. Tomorrow's not promised.
If you could just kind of share with the Man Space Nation just who Coach Willie Blake is.
Yeah, first and
That's
foremost,
a loaded question, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's loaded as the potatoes over here in Idaho, which I'm at. First and foremost, I always tell people I'm a girl dad. I'm just a cool girl dad. Got 4 wonderful girls, 6, 4, 2, and 0.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
It's all very young. Wife and I just celebrated our 9 years together of marriage, and appreciate that. Yeah. And then I just love helping the people who feel like they got a challenge, which is everybody. Yeah. And since I grew up with dyslexia and the neurodivergent space, some with ADHD and a little bit of autism, I want to help. I want to help that group. So I specifically wanted to be a resource, especially for adults in that area. And I do it through coaching. I also do it through my podcast. I'm a podcast host, as well as go out and speaking from events to elementary schools.
Man,
so,
awesome.
All that together. Yeah.
Yeah. Share your podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
Yeah.
Podcast. It's Light Beyond Limits. And we talk about the breakthroughs and stories that people have with their limitations and the lessons that they learned from it.
Wow.
Awesome. Now, is that on on all the audio platforms? Is it on YouTube as well?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Well, ish. The interviews that I do with other people, they're on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
But then all the other episodes, Spotify, Amazon, Audible, Apple Podcast, all those ones.
Awesome,
Sweet.
man. Space Nation, go out there and subscribe. Check it out. Light Beyond Limits.
Yeah. So I gotta ask, you were diagnosed with dyslexia, back in the first grade. What was it like growing up for you, man? And how did it shape you to who you are today, Coach?
Yeah, at the beginning it was fine. At the beginning, I went to it was first grade. I'll take you back with me. Teacher says, okay, we're all going to go to another classroom and do a fun activity. We're all like, cool. So we all stand up, get in that line. And of course, you got us first graders who are bumping in the line, trying to be the first there. We walk down the hall. And then once we get to the classroom, the teacher says, okay, go up against the wall. So we go stand up against the wall. And the teacher goes in and says, wait here, and I'll file you in one at a time. And of course, me and a couple other friends are the curious ones. So we peek around the corner, wondering what's going on. Bunch of tables, a bunch of other adults that were in there, and one by one we got filtered in. As it was my turn. I walked up to this table. Wonderful. I assumed she was a mom. I assumed everyone was a mom back then. Wonderful individual. She said, "Hey, can you read this for me?" I said, "Sure." And I look at it, and it's like giving a baby the New York Times to read, because I stumbled through that. Every big word, it took me forever to get through, and other classmates were filtering through way faster than I was. Finally, I finished, and I think I was one of the last ones too. And she said, "Thank you so much. You can go back to your classroom." Little did I know, I don't know what the reason was for that, but the school then called my parents and said, "Hey, Willie might have a learning disability. You should go get him checked out." So my parents took me to some third-party testing center, and lo and behold, I had this thing called dyslexia, which affects, like, simplest form, dys stands for difficult, and then lexia is reading. So difficulty with reading, but also branches to writing, speaking, and spelling as well.
Yeah.
So
numbers too, right?
Yeah, for some people, numbers too, and for some others, hand-eye coordination also goes. It goes into like the way in which we process information is just wired a little bit differently.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so from there, you can imagine, like, I was adventurous, super curious kid, then get put into this title of dyslexia, and now my teachers are there's dyslexia right there. Teachers are treating me differently. They're saying, "Oh, we got to watch out for Willie and make sure he's taken care of." Well, in my head, that's also the language which you say to the bad kids. You got to watch over him, make sure he's okay. You got to keep an extra eye. So throughout elementary school, it was always keep an eye on him. He needs extra time for tests, extra time to do assignments, and even into high school, same thing. We would meet literally the 10th grade, 10th to 12th in Utah, where I grew up. That's where high school was, instead of 9th to 12th. We'd go into this conference room before school even started, and it was all my 8 teachers in all the subjects, the principal, I think like the 504 plan person advocate there, and then me and my mom. And we'd create this plan of extra time on test, help, PowerPoints, etc. stuff. In theory, it sounds great, but in high school, why do you want to stand out? In a bad way?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to go up to your teacher in the middle of an exam and say, "Hey," in the quietness in the classroom, "Hey, can I get a little extra time on this?" Because kids will either we got imagination.
Yeah.
Students will jump in their heads. Well, this kid Willie's
he's special.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's either special in the way of we got to take care of him, or where most people went to, "Oh, he's special.
Yeah.
Why does he get extra stuff and I don't?" And so instead of going up to the teacher, I just didn't use it.
Yep. Because it's embarrassing. Because oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I felt broken. I felt like I twice the amount of effort just to get things done, and having to do studying and work weekends while my friends were out boating and having fun. And it was just like, I'll just always be behind. I'll always feel like nothing is going to work for me. And for the rest of my life, I guess I have this thing that apparently is not curable. So what the hey?
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. That's seriously heavy. So go from there, and you are loaded with all of the self-doubt that you're having to deal with coming from a young age, but you ended up turning that into being a high performance coach who's out here helping others. How did you make that shift to dealing with it and going through your own journey to saying, all right, now I want to go and help other people through this?
Started with a book. And it wasn't the book, because the book was Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was about halfway through college. I was around 21, 22 years old. And I was switching from my accounting degree to a business degree. And I came across a statistic that said 95% of CEOs read 50 or more books a year. And I thought, okay, I'm going into business. Being an entrepreneur and a CEO sounds really cool. Ain't no way I'm reading 50 books.
Right.
Ain't happening. For a dyslexic who maybe read an average of one book at that time, ain't going to work. But maybe 12. One book a month for a year. I think I can do that. So I got a little card, wrote 1 through 12 on it, grabbed the smallest purple self-help book I had, which was Rich Dad Poor Dad, and started reading. And it was around that time that I started learning about business and entrepreneurship, about finance and psychology, about Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk and like all these big heads that you hear nowadays in like public speaking and personal growth space. And I started to get this new set of thoughts in my mind, which most people call mindset, started to change my mindset around things. And as I was changing it, everything wasn't black and white now. It was, well, entrepreneurship isn't all good like everyone says it is. And dyslexia, that's actually not all bad. There's some good stuff that goes with it too. And I even Googled it because I didn't believe it. I said, what are some advantages to dyslexia? Article popped up, 9 superpowers that dyslexics have. I'm like, okay. And it was like creativity, phenomenal with being creative, being able to problem solve and think outside the box, pattern recognition, as well as in communication when it comes to keeping words simple, as well as empathy and sympathy, because we've gone through so much, we know what it's like to go through a challenge.
Absolutely. Yep.
And so like that's where like the whole thing started to shift and traject into where we're at today, was this, now it's just not all black and white, it's gray. And not even gray, it's just like a rainbow. It's full of colors. And at the end of the day, I get to choose, do I stick with what I had before, which didn't serve me, or this new avenue, which I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but seems a little bit better. And I'm grateful for my old self for choosing that path.
Yeah. I want to go back for just a quick second. Because, you mentioned going to college. Learning about your, I guess, I don't want to call it an affliction, but learning about your
position,
learning challenges, right? At such a young age. How did you encourage yourself once you got to finishing high school? Because a lot of people that go through dyslexia end up dropping out of high school because of just dealing with not even just the struggles with school, but just the criticism and the bullying that goes along with it. There's a lot that may drop out of school. You went on and went into college and got your degree from there. So how did you focus to push yourself to keep going?
I didn't see another path really that I could take, because I didn't know about, like, I knew the word entrepreneurship back then, but I didn't think of myself as somebody who was going out and to start something. And so all my other friends around me, they would be in honors, like we'd be finished up at lunch in senior year of high school, be walking to class, and my friends would all go to honors English class, and I'd stand outside the door for a couple seconds, looking at them, just be like, see you guys later, and have to walk down 3 more doors to the regular English class where no one wanted to work or do anything. And so the friends around me were people who were going to college. And I'm like that. There isn't really another choice for me, because in my head it's go to college. I got to apply to a bunch of colleges because hopefully one accepts me, apply to them, or work at fast food place or a retail store. And I'm like, I can always go back and work at fast food if I want to. I'll just try with my friends to go to college. And so it wasn't like there wasn't another thought of what I should be doing. Just my friends are going to college. Cool. I should probably go too.
Awesome. A lot of I like that, because a lot of times it's about the circle that you have around you.
Absolutely.
And if you could have very easily gone a different direction if you had the wrong circle around you. So
that's why, like, I'm so grateful for my parents were very supportive of me. Siblings were supportive, and we had a really good group of friends growing up. Like the people in my church, all of us the same age. We also went to the same school, so like all of us were really close, tight knit, and we played video games and bike together.
Yeah.
So just very humble and grateful for the situation I had.
Awesome. So let me ask you another quick question. So I think I've heard you say, what is the 2% rule? Can you break that down for us? You know?
Yeah. 2% rule. If the goal that you're wanting to achieve, if that is 100%, it's just like, that is mark off the box, check the bucket list item off. That is it. 2% rule is taking 2% action every single day to get to your goal.
Oh.
So it comes to doing, being consistent daily with it. And it's not as much as like, what is the actual 2% that I need to do over 50 days to reach 100%?
Right.
It's more of, what is the thing that I can do today that is a little uncomfortable, but doesn't hit in this thing called analysis paralysis or perfectionism that I can just do today that still helps me to grow, but that I can actually move. And so you just pick one thing and you do that one thing that day. And then awesome. Okay, what's the next 2%? Yeah. Now let's just focus on that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I think that goes back to the thing I like to say, Les. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it got built, right?
That's right.
So you don't have to do it all in one day. You know,
you gotta keep working at it,
staying consistent at it. And I like that. I like how that was broken down. Let's take a quick break and we'll reset and we'll be back with more of the Man Space Podcast. We are back with Coach Willie Blake, and right before the break, we were talking about the 2% rule.
Yeah.
But there is a GPS goal method. Now, can you walk us through that one?
Yeah. And awesomely enough, it sticks right with the 2%, and I'll show you why. So the GPS method, it's an acronym. GPS. G is get clear. S or GPS. P, there we go. Go Dyslexia. It's for plan the route, and then S is to start moving. Okay. And so that came from when I started reading one book to then working my way up to trying to read 50 books in a year. That's how it went from I struggled with writing to being able to write my own book to then when I tried to start a business to create it. Like all of it came from first you figure out what it is that you want.
Yeah.
Like, where are you going? Because if you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter how much effort you put into it, you don't have that direction you need to head. So if you know where you're going and where you're at, you get clear on that. Second part of plan the route, once you have it, take that end goal you're working towards and do what works well for me and the people I work with, which is reverse engineering it.
Right.
So you start from the end and work backwards. Kind of like whenever I go to a restaurant with my kids, I've got the little kids menu there, and sometimes they have the maze on there.
Yeah.
I always follow it from the back to the front. So when I finally pick up and put crayon to paper, then I can just do it flawlessly at that point. And we got to do that with our goals. Start at the end and work backwards to figure out the milestones. Because if we start where we're at looking forward,
you'll never figure it out.
Hundreds of choices and options you can choose.
All the pitfalls and turns and I understand
that perfectionism in you is just like, I don't know if we can actually do this.
Yeah.
Starting at the end back works really well. And then the S, which is start moving. Like you can have the energy and the passion to do what you want. And you can have the perfect business plan or plan in front of you. But if you don't do anything, just like you said, like with Rome, like they came up with the perfect plan, they created it, but what if they never set that first brick down?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah. The Colosseum would not be there. You know? Yeah. I struggle with that because I have a small little thing I'm doing, and I'm not going to say I'm a perfectionist, but I'm going to say I don't like the waste. And this is heavy. You can waste material pretty fast doing what I like to do, and it kind of pulls me back a little bit because I don't want to get started because I don't want to waste anything, you know. And I just did a project, and I was in a rush to do it. I wasn't paying attention, and I messed up about $100 worth of material that nobody's paying for. This was a gift that I'm giving someone. So I'm already in the hole just because I'm giving the gift away. But then I continued because I second guessed myself, right? And I tried to push through it, and I end up having to redo the whole thing, and did it the way I decided to do it in the first place. I was trying to do something else, you know, and I should have just stuck to the plan that I had already seen. This is what I saw. This is what I'm going to make. Here's what I need. This is what I need to do to get started. I should have started from the back and worked my way in. Then I saw the shiny thing. Then I ran off that way. Squirrel. And I took off over there, and then I'm back over here. You know? But let me ask you something else that I think everybody needs to hear. How does someone, take, what always seemed as a weakness or being bullied for and turn it into a strength?
Great question.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, try things out.
Yeah.
Like that's what I did. Try things out. Like you gotta first see, like, can it be? Like I'm a man who believes in God, and I think God just put resources and materials here on this earth, and that the humans are the ones that decide if they're good or bad. So I think with that in mind, dyslexia, ADHD, or the goals that we're going towards, or like the terrible habits of smoking and drinking, like there are uses for the different things, but it comes down to what we use it as. And as a society, it kind of feels like we have to create this system of good and bad, because then we can't be in control.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not saying anything about like the government or politics, I don't want to go that route. Like if a nation of any sort or a country was trying to make sure that the people who are in that country do what they say, well, then they have to first make sure in their minds that they think some things are good and some things are bad. They have to start building a system and build upon that. And then once they get this certain way, well, then they can start easily more moving them toward it. So with people who are trying to like break that challenge and break it, the first thing to do is see the possibility. I didn't see it until I started reading the books. That dyslexia could have been a good thing. And I Google searched that article and 9 superpowers popped up. I didn't see it until that point. But man, look where it's come from at that point. So whatever that challenge is for you who's listening, research it up. Type it into Claude or ChatGPT or whatnot, or talk to your friends about it who have it and have overcome it. Because man, that possibility, it's amazing what you're able to turn that into.
And I just think a lot of people just get stuck sometimes. You know what I mean?
It's true.
And they just, I mean, sometimes, we all get stuck. And sometimes you just need that extra, just that little bit of push, like sometimes I want to do Russ. I just want to right at the side of the road, see if he'll roll down, see how far he'll go down there.
Hopefully not at like the edge of a cliff or anything.
That's what I said at the end of the road. I can't push my brother off the cliff because then I'd have to run down there and go get him. But but if it's a muddy,
you ain't running too fast either.
If it's a muddy slope, I would love to see how far he would slide down there. You know what I mean?
But coming with me.
I know. I'm gonna come and get you. I'm
coming with me.
I'm gonna laugh so
I
hard.
got long arms. I'm grabbing. I'm pulling you with me.
We just gonna have fun. You know, it's gonna be a muddy day. But sometimes, you know, Russ just needs that, you know, that little push. You know, we give it to him.
But you know, I think both of you are talking about being, you know, in your mind, right? Being trapped in your mind. What are some of the biggest mindset traps that you see, Willie, that are holding people back? Because now you're more into the coaching space, so you're seeing a lot of different things. How do we help people break out of these mindset traps?
Yes. Comparison, ego, feeling behind. Those are the things I want to jump to. So comparison, we compare ourselves to what?
Yeah.
Like we're different people on different journeys trying to do different things. And yet we're comparing ourselves to the Kardashians or the Trumps or the Joneses. Like we're trying to go after something of which their lives aren't that perfect either.
Yeah.
All we hear in the news, and the more famous you are, you usually hear more of the bad news. But like it's a highlight reel. Yeah. Where that comparison of everything is so good for other people, but then when it comes to us, it's so bad. We compare other people's best chapters to our worst.
Yeah.
And
we gotta stop.
Absolutely.
We gotta stop that.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that will definitely have you running somebody else's race.
Yeah.
You know, for real.
That's a rough start. And it's a horrible race to try to run. Because you know, everybody's got a different start in life. You know, and some people, you know, it's unfortunate. You got to start at the back, you know.
Yeah.
But coach, for the guy that's listening right now, that feels like he's been left behind everybody else, you know, friends go off to college or move away, whatever the case may be. How do you help him build a real confidence? What would you tell him to build this confidence, or her? Because females get into this type of stuff too. So I don't want to leave the ladies out because we're speaking to everyone. But
even though we are the man space, but we love everybody.
We love everybody, man. This you know, hey, hugs, you know, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's the man space and it's the whoa man space. So they got a whoa, like they got more impressive than we are as men.
Right.
We're just trying to do what we can, right?
Right.
So yeah, to that question, it jumps to those other two I was talking about. So ego, which is like we try to carry this persona, this character, that we have to be this certain way around certain people. And parts of our personality tend to come up. So if we're with our boss or coworkers, usually a little bit more professional. But if we're with friends and family, we can let it go, release, have more fun, more conversation. And is that just like how society is? For sure. Is that how we should be? In my experience, I don't think so. I think it'd be really cool that the person who I see outside as a stranger, as well as the one who is speaking on stage, and then the one who I can just go and have lunch with, all of them are like the same people in the same space. But we hold this like persona of I have to be this certain way to somebody else. Because it comes to one of my favorite quotes. I'm not who I think I am. I'm not who you think I am. I am who I think that you think I am.
Hold on. Repeat that one more time, because I'm slow. Right?
I'm with you.
I was with you for a second. And I was like, wait a minute.
I am who you think I am. But anyway, come on. Let's do one more time, coach.
Yeah.
Give it to us one more time.
Yeah. I'm not who I think I am. I'm not who you think I am. I am who I think that you think I am.
Boy, I tell you, man, I get something every single time. That right there is great.
Yeah, it hit me hard too.
Yeah.
Now, for the people who are like me when I first heard this and just like, Willie, I still don't get what you're saying.
Right.
The simple side of it is that, like I said before, we tend to act in how we think other people think
of us.
We are.
Wow.
Yeah. So if someone thinks that we're a bad person and we think that, then our actions and thoughts tend to go to that. So that's something to break. And that's like where the ego side comes from. To answer that question about the feeling behind getting courage and stuff, there's a thing of try new things, just get experience, follow your own journey. And these are just phrases that I can throw out. But it's like discover yourself. And you discover yourself by putting yourself into uncomfortable situations to see what comes out of it.
Absolutely.
And when you do that, that's how you build confidence. Yep. Because when you build confidence, because now the words that you're saying start matching the beliefs that you believe in.
Yeah.
Then the other part is that you're not behind, you're just still in park.
Yeah. Man, he's basically described the last 7 years of this podcast journey for me. I mean, it's been putting myself in uncomfortable situations and seeing what comes out, and just continuing to stretch and learn and grow from each one of these situations. Man,
but that's what experience is. I mean, you learn from it. Either you learn from it or you're just going to repeat it. You know what I mean?
Going back to what you were talking about, Les, and your mistake, you're learning from it.
Absolutely. I won't do that again. Won't run after the shiny thing.
Well, like if you think about the Cosby Show, loved watching that as a kid. Literally, and the TV stand that we have, I have all 8 seasons. 7? No, all eight seasons.
Yeah, all 8 seasons. Yeah.
And Theo, when he first got diagnosed with dyslexia, before he even knew that, like at the beginning of the episode, he was just like, I hate how I try so hard and still get it right. And still fail the test. And then it's like, no, you have dyslexia. You learned it differently. And then we see over those next seasons how now he's doing so good, and he has notebooks that he has to have for each subject, and he color coordinates, and now he's able to teach it. But like that's what it comes down to. Just like this podcast, your first episode, I'm sure was not as good audio quality, awesome like it is right now. Nobody's is.
We don't even want to talk about the first one. Oh my God,
man!
Oh man,
that's funny.
We learn and we grow. It's progress.
I was sitting here the other day, and I have a hard drive where I've just done all the old episodes are on there. And I was going through some of the old episodes. And matter of fact, there was one from like 4 years ago, and I had on this exact same shirt. Like of all things, but that was rough to go back and look at. It was interesting though. Hey, our first 3 years were audio only. We did video. Our first video episode was episode 100, but everything we recorded was via video.
Yeah.
So I have all of those sitting on this hard drive too, and just going back and seeing those, like, yikes.
Yeah.
This will never make air.
You know how cool that is though? Like with my podcast, my first episode, hated it. It was literally me grabbing my phone, putting my phone in the visor. Is that what it's called? Visor? The little head thing on my car. Yeah. And just recording myself. Audio was terrible. You could hear the signals and the cars and that just the constant air, like you're in the car.
Yeah.
But like still posted it. So I personally love that first episode still being there. Because now 170 episodes later, people can listen to that and listen back to the first one. Yeah. And even I'm like, wow, look how far I've come.
Yeah.
This is really cool. Hate listening to it, but this is really cool.
It's funny.
Yeah,
we laugh about that a lot
anymore. We laugh about it, but our first one's not out there anymore.
We had no experience. We didn't know what we were doing, and we just dove in.
Yeah. We had no knowledge whatsoever. We talked over the phone for about an hour.
Yeah.
And a couple of days later, we recorded the first episode.
Yep.
And the very next week, it was on the air.
Yep.
It was just that way. No experience, no nothing. Just let's try it. I'm sitting there with a wired headphone with it plugged in, and every time I moved, you heard click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Brutal.
But that's the
Very
beauty
good.
of it. And I think like for you listeners, you better be listening to Russ and Les right now, because they just said something so freaking important, which is you got to do things messy.
Yeah.
We've lost that in this world. You got to do things messy, do things inexperienced, because that's how you get it.
Yeah.
Your first thing won't be like a Mr. Beast video on YouTube. It's not going to happen, but it's going to be the start, so that as you continue to do it, you'll be able to eventually get to that level.
Absolutely.
A lot of people chase perfectionism right off the bat, you know, and it's like you were mentioning with the, you know, the comparisоnism. I've heard people say, "Oh, well, I want the stuff that you have." I'm like, no, this was trial and error. You know, we got to this point, and there's still stuff that we're going to change going into the next season. We do every so often, we make some changes and adjust and make ourselves better. This isn't the first platform that we started out on. This is actually the third platform that we're using. You know, we've just been adjusting as our needs have changed, just to kind of make things a lot easier for us. But, you know, I think that self-awareness, right? A lot of people have to realize where they are in all of it. And going back to the comparison thing again, quit comparing yourself to everybody else and be where you are.
Yeah.
You know, yes. Is our show going to be like The Pivot or Unk and Ocho and all those shows? No, we're not going to be them. You know?
Right.
You know, but we're going to be us, and we're going to be the best version of us.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. And it's not about them. Never try to compare ourselves. Stop comparing yourselves with other people. Right? Do what you need to do for you. You know, do what makes you feel good. You know, and I think that's what we do. So you know, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, a very early on, we started partnering with a lot of different podcasts. You know, and that was one of the things that it developed a community within the podcasters. And we said, you know what, let's support each other. Let's help each other. Let's help each other grow. And I think that when you surround yourself with the right people, it kind of encourages you to keep going, keep striding, keep proving yourself and making yourself better.
Yeah, keep pushing each other. But not off the side of the road. Just, you know,
because there will be people who have long arms and they will grab you.
That's right.
That's right.
Have you seen this guy's arms? Oh my God, they're like 8 feet long. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. But what, you know, we talked about consistency with the 2% rule. What role does consistency play when it comes to just being motivated? You know, last week we had a nutritionist on, and we were talking about that as far as even going back to the gym, you know, and just trying to be consistent and going to the gym and making changes and trying to get into your life. What role does consistency play in staying motivated?
Probably one of the biggest roles, because I have found that if I want to change my mental state, I got to change my physical state. So anytime I feel down, how's my body? My head's usually down, shoulders slumped, arms are crossed, and feet are crossed, not making eye contact, just like maybe scrolling on my phone.
Mine are crossed right now. And I'm like, stop it.
I know. I just uncrossed mine, you know.
But like, you nailed it. Like those are things that we don't even notice. But they're subconsciously telling ourselves that we need to stay in this space. So then it mentally makes it even harder for us to move. But the moment we uncross it and open our arms, the moment we like stand up out of our chair and even go for like a 2 or 3 minute walk, then we're already in motion. So picking up the trash or the clothes in the room now doesn't seem too hard because now it's not going from 0 to 60.
Yeah.
It's like We're already moving.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, something that really hit me this last week was the progress bar.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you, for those who are like technical and like do video editing or uploading and things like that, on that progress bar, if you stay at 0%, so many questions go through your mind.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's like, did the video file not work? Was it the editing? Is my Wi-Fi okay? Or the Ethernet? Was it me? Did I click the wrong buttons? Like all these questions go through our mind to where we get then paralyzed, not knowing what the solution is.
Yeah.
Right.
But the moment that progress bar hits 1%, we're like, okay, now it's just patient. It's just a patience game at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. It's moving.
So it's literally just move, start moving. If you're trying to lose weight, just do one push-up. If you're trying to like build a relationship with God, just say a 1-minute prayer, or just open the scriptures and read one verse. If you're trying to build that skill of communication, as you're out walking, just have a smile on your face. And something that me and my client came up with is just have a smile and a nod on standby. And that's it. Don't need to say hi, how are you doing, or anything. Just look at the person, and when they look back, just smile and a nod. And that builds that momentum, that builds that consistency, and that consistency, being able to do it, then motivates you. Not in the sense of like, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do the fire walk, rock across coals. We're going to change the whole entire world. Because that happens at times, but it never stays long. But it's when you're able to start moving, well, now I'm motivated to at least do the next thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Now, Willie, I want you to dig deep in the bag for this one.
Deep.
Okay, going deep.
There you go. What is one thing that you could tell somebody today, to help them stop overthinking things and actually move forward? Now, we just talked about motivation, and we just talked about all these other little different things, but there's something deep down in that bag that I know that you have, and I want it. I want you to give it to our listeners.
The word is called motion. The statement is you're not behind, you're just still in park. And the explanation is, let me ask you, Russ and Les, what's your favorite vacation to go to? Vacation place?
Aruba.
It's Aruba.
Aruba.
Cool.
Yeah.
Les, you jump over to Russ's place, and you guys are just set and ready to go to Aruba. You got the tickets, and you're just ready to go. You're just like, okay, I need to get from my house.
He tried to push me off a curb.
He could just go on the top of the car, and we'll see like what signs him on the way.
Come on, bro. I thought we could get through anything. I told you I was gonna be down there with you.
He'll be with you. He'll just be walking down the hill slow, going after you.
Right.
So you guys are going from your place to the airport to be able to go and fly there. You're excited about it. You're like, this is my favorite vacation spot. I'm gonna bring, like, we're just ready to go. So you open your phone, open Google Maps or Apple Maps, put in, I'm going to this airport, put location. Going to start at my location, which is my house. Awesome. You click directions, pulls up a map, and the map has the exact directions how to get there. Even gives you some options of like fuel efficiency, or one that might give you a little more scenic route. And then you click start. Just like, all right, I'm ready. You put the phone up on the phone holder and you're ready to go. But what if you never took the car out of park?
Just sit there.
Just sit there. Doesn't matter how excited you are. Doesn't matter how passionate you are about it. And it doesn't matter how good your plan is, whether it's created by AI or it's created on paper or on a whiteboard or whatever. If you don't take your car to park, you're not going to get anywhere.
Right.
And so for the people who feel behind, you're not behind. You're just still in park. And it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Because you got to take responsibility. You got to take accountability that you are where you're at based off all the decisions that you have made in the past. And whether that's good or bad, That's just reality. That is the place in which you're in. But the future in which you are going to, that is your choice today. Mm-hmm. And that wonderful steering wheel is going to be one of your best friends along that way. Because as you're going to have to turn left in 200 feet. You're going to have to avoid potholes if they happen along the way. But if you're still sitting in the driveway, your best asset is going to be irrelevant. So you got to get moving. Even if it's just one thing, one single thing that you can do today to move that needle toward what you want. Just pick one thing to do.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That motion. That's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
Well, I'm gonna take that one.
Yeah, absolutely. So Willie, we talked about your podcast. Any other projects that you have coming up? Let's talk about, but before we get into that, let's talk about your coaching program. Tell us about the program itself and what you're doing with the program.
Yeah, so the coaching program helps individuals to be able to get the results that they want without losing themselves in the process. Mm-hmm. So what does that mean? It means that we get on a call and we come up with the game plan, which I described earlier with the GPS method, we reverse engineer what it is that you want so that from that call, you know exactly what it is, the milestones you need to hit, what you need to do in 30 days, and then the literal next action you need to take to where you need to get to go. And then with accountability and calls with me, as well as in our community and group calls, then we're able to surround you with people who are also doing this, because I'm not the one all coach. I have my strengths, and I think anybody who just has one coach, and that if that coach is saying like just have one coach, that's a red flag and you should run away.
Absolutely.
You got to have multiple coaches in multiple areas. Yep. And so we help surround each other by great people who are experts in what they do so that people can be able to get those results. Sometimes it's 6 weeks, sometimes it's 12 weeks. And other times, if it's just like, I want to go to Mars, it's like, cool. Might take a lot longer than 3 months, but like, let's figure out the steps that we can be able to do to get there.
Yeah.
And so that's what coaching is around. It's being able to get clear, get confidence around building up the irrefutable evidences that you are who you say that you are without losing yourselves and your values while you're going down that road.
My wife is in the coaching space as well. And I hear her say a lot of times, every coach needs a coach.
Absolutely.
And she has 3 herself, that she deals with. So who are some of your mentors out there?
Yeah. So people who I have virtual mentors who I haven't been able to have the chance to meet yet. And then other ones like Tony Robbins is one that's been around with me for a while. Love his stuff. People like Alex Hormozi and Lewis Howes and Gary Vaynerchuk as well. Gary V. Great dude.
Yep.
Very knowledgeable and expert in media. But then people who I know, like Evan Carmichael is one of them. He's great with YouTube content. Marianne Hickman, who is my speaker coach. Ernesto Verdugo, who does with branding and credibility. Jackson, who's first class business. Like each of these people help me to be a better version of myself, and I in turn help them. And just there's a reason why a Fortune 500 company doesn't have one employee.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's because we're all supposed to need each other. And it's also a reason why there's not one person on this planet. And we got over 8 billion people. We're supposed to help and use each other in the good way to be able to help build our lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why Russ keeps me around. That's all.
That's exactly it. That's it. That's it. It's not for his looks.
Yeah, definitely not that.
So how can people find you, follow you, get more information about you?
Yeah, best way. I've kept it so simple for people because I also need simplicity. Everything is on my website, coachwillieblake.com. There you'll be able to connect with me on my social medias, be able to find my podcast and listen, to work with me, as well as grab the free ebook. If you're watching on video, the link's right there. It's called Break Free. It's the 12 limitations, what their names are, and how to shatter them. And
Nice.
so if you take that break free part off, you'll go to my main website. And then if you want just directly straight to that, I'll ask for your email just so I can send it right to you as fast as I can so that you can be able to know what limitations that you struggle with and how to shatter them.
Awesome.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Coach Willie Blake, you know what? We have to leave you with one last thing, and we love to call it the last word.
And now, the last word.
So you said it yourself. You spent several years believing that you were broken. You spent several years trying to catch up. So if that little kid, that first grader, is diagnosed thinking that something is wrong with him, sitting across from him right now, what would you tell him?
You are different. And that's one of the best things about you.
Wow.
Lean into it.
Lean into it. That's it. I
Yeah,
like that.
lean into it, baby.
Don't overthink it. Lean into it. Accept it and move forward. That's all right. Coach, thank you so much for spending time with us. We appreciate you so much. Manspace Nation, we'll be back with a little bit more of the Manspace podcast right after this. As we do each week, we like to close the show with just a little bit of inspiration. Manspace Nation, remember this. Every mountain you face has the potential to reveal the strength you never knew you had. The storms in your life are not meant to destroy you. They're meant to prepare you for better days ahead. There will be moments where the road feels long, when doubt whispers that you should give up. But in those moments, choose courage over fear, hope over despair, and faith over uncertainty. Every step forward, no matter how small, is the proof that you're stronger than your circumstances. Never let your setbacks define your future. Let them be the foundation of your greatest comeback. Your story is still being written, and the best chapters of your life are the ones that come after the hardest trials. Walk forward with confidence. Keep your heart open, and never stop believing in what is possible. Remember, the greatest victories belong to those who refuse to quit. Manspace Nation, I leave you with this. Be ready to overcome every challenge and embrace every opportunity that lies ahead. Because your greatest victory is still being written. Until next time.
I mean, you said it best. The greatest victory is still being written.
Yeah.
Your greatest victory.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I think a lot of that goes back to, what we were dealing with Coach Willie Blake. I mean, you look from where he came from, and he didn't.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
So his story was not defined by being diagnosed in the first grade. Yeah. He just kept changing the chapters and writing new stories and continuing on.
Yeah. You can't let nobody tell you something is not possible.
Yeah.
It's only not possible if you don't try it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and speaking of something,
yeah,
I mean, you can kind of see it over my shoulder back there.
I see.
Yes.
I see it.
Yeah. Russ and Les freshman year.
I see it.
But there's something else that I've added on. I have started working on the TMSP media site.
Mm-hmm.
I am working with helping other podcasters get started. So nice. I have a new little workbook that I'm putting together. Well, I just put together and just released.
Mhm.
It's called "From Idea to Air." It is available now. So this is a workbook for helping people that want to get started with the podcast. Is
Yeah.
basically you go and it works you through step by step on how to get started. It's all the things that we didn't know when we started.
All the things we figured out.
Figured out over the years. Figured out over the years. Yes.
I think that's awesome, man.
And,
It's great to give back. So kudos to you.
Yeah,
Kudos.
and this weekend I'll be in Troy, Michigan, with the Leadership Experience Tour.
Yeah.
We'll have the books there on site. We'll be signing the books and everything during a book signing. Actually, we'll be doing some of the podcast live there.
Oh,
So, I'm excited. I'm going to make this a quick announcement because we're running long, but I did several interviews without Les on the show, and I kept calling them the Russ and Company series, because Podmatch has been fantastic to us since we started. We have been flooded with guests, and a lot of times I feel so bad telling them, like, we're booked until like the end of the year. So I would take some of these guests and I would just start putting them on and doing solo interviews with them. And it was the Russ and Company series. But I still call it under the Man Space. Well, the Russ and Company series is now being branched out into its own show. And while I'm at the Leadership Experience Tour this weekend, I'll be recording episodes of the Russ and Company series live with a bunch of guests. I've got tons of them lined up. Also, there'll be a new Man Space episode that I'm going to record while I'm up there. And your boy Marcus A. Wright will be back filling in your spot, Les. He's our filling guy. He'll be in your shoes. And we'll be sitting there live there in Troy, Michigan this weekend.
I'm going to charge Marcus, man. That's what I'm
right.
I'm gonna charge Marcus. That's my guy, though. What's up, Marcus? Yeah. Hey, you gotta bring me back a corned beef sandwich, man. It's a couple conies.
All right.
Heavy onion and heavy mustard.
If it's not recalled by then. Man Space Nation. You know what happens on Monday nights, WTMSTV.com. You can catch the latest episodes of the Man Space Podcast 2 days early before it airs to the rest of the world. And then on Thursday nights on WTMSTV.com, you get, we've already passed the season premiere. We don't need that graphic. But we're going to get Throwback Thursdays with back-to-back episodes of the Man Space Podcast, WTMSTV.com. at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, all that's been said, you can catch both books on Amazon. You can catch them on the manspacepodcast.com. Go down to the manspacepodcast.com, scroll to the bottom, click the links, and it'll take you right to the links to purchase the books.
Yes, sir.
Or, catch me in Troy, Michigan. And you can get the book while I'm there.
That'll be fun. And you can look at his arms and poke fun of him because they're about like this big.
Best. Thank you. I don't like it. I'm gonna audition for. I need to bring Willie back and see if he'll take your spot. On that note,
we out of here.
No gimmicks, just game that my sure in sight. They shine like the city on a Friday night. Man talk, real talk, that's the way that you bless. Giving knowledge and some laughs in the same finesse. From life goes to the jokes that hit. They the tag team champs, yeah, legit with the wit. So pull up a chair, let the stress digest. From the beat drops, you know the rest.